For soldiers operating tanks, armored personnel carriers, or fortified bunkers, life during extended battlefield deployments is a test of endurance, mental strength, and sheer willpower. Living inside these machines for months at a time is a far cry from the images of heroic charges often portrayed in films. It is a life marked by suffocating confinement, constant tension, and a relentless fight against both enemy forces and the slow erosion of one's own spirit. Inside a tank, space is almost non-existent. Crews of 3 to 5 men are squeezed together with barely enough room to stretch their legs. The air is heavy with the smell of oil, metal, sweat, and sometimes even fear. In winter, the metal hulls become freezing cages. In summer, they turn into stifling ovens. Soldiers often sleep in shifts, catching brief, uncomfortable naps wherever they can fit. Meals are hurried and basic, often cold rations or heated packets eaten in the few quiet moments between shelling or patrols. Hygiene is a forgotten luxury. Bathing is rare, water is rationed strictly for drinking and machine maintenance. Skin rashes, infections, and illnesses are common but often ignored unless they become life-threatening. Communication with the outside world is minimal. Radio chatter is strictly about operations. Personal calls or messages from families are luxuries, often delayed by weeks. Isolation eats away at morale. Men who share the same small space for months can form deep bonds, but tensions can also flare quickly in the high-pressure, claustrophobic environment. The constant threat of enemy fire keeps adrenaline levels permanently high. Every rattle of the tank or whistle of a shell could signal death. Nights are often the worst, long hours staring into darkness, listening for sounds that could mean an incoming attack. Yet despite all of this, soldiers adapt. They find small comforts, a shared joke, a scratched deck of cards, a moment of silence staring at the stars through a hatch. These small acts of humanity help them endure. Discipline, routine, and brotherhood become the pillars that keep them standing when everything else seems determined to break them. Inside these war machines, life is a daily battle not just against an enemy outside, but against despair within. Survival is not just about firepower or armor, it is about resilience, camaraderie, and the stubborn will to see another sunrise. Imagine a world of steel and smoke, where the walls close in until they feel like part of your skin. Our tank is our home now, our shield, our prison. There's barely enough room to stretch a leg. We sit shoulder to shoulder, breathing the same heavy air, moving only when duty forces us. Outside, the world explodes in flashes of fire and dust. Inside, we move like ghosts, speaking in whispers, working in silence. Sleep comes in short, broken snatches, if at all. Dreams are rare. When they come, they are filled with the faces of those we left behind. We eat from ration packs that taste of metal and regret. Water is precious, we ration every drop. Washing, shaving, those belong to another life, a gentler world I sometimes think I imagined. The tank breathes beneath us, a low rumbling heartbeat. We know every sound she makes. A cough from the engine, a stubborn lever, the way the turret shudders under stress, these things are as familiar to us as our own heartbeat. And when something sounds wrong, it is like feeling a pain deep in your chest. Fear is a constant companion. It sits with us in the darkness, a silent passenger. Yet we do not speak of it. We joke, we curse, we argue over nonsense, anything to push the fear back into its corner. The worst is the waiting. Hours, days of endless silence, broken only by sudden chaos. Each moment of quiet feels like a tightrope stretched thinner and thinner. We wait for orders, for gunfire, for dawn, for anything to end the suspense. And yet, brother, in this iron cage, humanity survives. We share the last biscuit from a ration pack. We tape pictures of wives, children, lovers to the cold steel walls. We tell stupid jokes under our breath. We hum songs from home when the engine's roar drowns out our voices. It is not bravery that keeps us going. It is each other. It is the stubborn hope that somewhere beyond the horizon, beyond this endless war, life still waits for us. Pray for us. Pray that when the machine sleeps and the guns fall silent, we remember how to be men again, not just soldiers inside steel coffins. Night again. The walls sweat oil. The air tastes of rust, smoke, and fear. We are 5 men, breathing as one, trapped in this iron heart that refuses to stop beating. We speak little. Words are wasted where silence says more. Outside, the world burns and breaks. Inside, time stretches like wire, pulling at our minds, snapping at our souls. I dream of rain, of clean earth, of mornings without sirens. But here, in the belly of steel, dreams are dangerous. Hope is dangerous. So we hold on to smaller things. A laugh, a look, a photograph. Tiny acts of defiance. Against the death that presses in from every side. If I do not make it home, tell them, I was not just a soldier. I was a man, I lived, I remembered, I loved.